Hi, I'm David Lane and welcome to another edition of Sports Vision. Joining me today is Frank Condi, the first grade coach from Canberra Royals Rugby Club. Frank, how are you going?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Not too bad. Mate, Canberra Royals celebrated their 60th anniversary in 2009 with a series of events to mark the occasion. How is the club looking for the next 60 years?
Yeah, it's a long time out sort of thing. So each year as it comes, but yeah, last year was a good year for the club. The time that's been in the competition and evolving all the way through. And this year it's sort of just taking each year as it comes from a football perspective. Just sort of rebuilding and getting blokes on the paddock and trying to win games.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of big events planned for this year, including your inaugural Wallabies Royals dinner coming up on August the 21st. Can you tell me about some of the players who might be coming down to visit that?
Oh, there's still discussions about certain guys that are coming down with that one there, but it's more of every year the club likes to get a bit of a reunion. Last year we had a major one on the 60th year where we had, I think, 300-400 people turn up, which was a big event. And this one they're hoping to do the same thing. So ex-Wallabies that have come from the club, plus there's some extra guests that'll come down, and more just to get everyone back involved and the club showing its history.
Oh, mate, that's excellent. Sounds like it'll be a great night. August 21st, I think it is coming
That's right,
up.
yeah.
Sounds great. You yourself, you played over 100 games for the club and won the first grade best forward on a couple of occasions. Mate, give yourself a rap. How do you reckon you'd go in the competition these days?
I don't know. It'd always be good to say you could match it with them, but football's changing, it's evolving. The speed of the game, the dynamics of the game, the players themselves are changing. They're more physical. We played in an era where it was not as professional what is now. I'd like to think I could hold my own, and I'll probably keep it at that.
That's fair enough. Royals have had a relatively settled side over the last few seasons with established players now in key positions. How does the club go about filling the holes around those players?
Yeah, we've sort of built the last couple of years the core base of players, which has been good, and they've built the club up. Building it around, we had a major rebuild this year. We sort of probably lost between the ones and twos and a bit of the Colt squad up to, I think it was about 24, 25 players. So rebuilding's tough with that. But once you've got a core base of guys, obviously we need to have backup. So it's just sort of filling the holes and recruiting young guys that are coming through from the Colts. And, each year it's different. So it's a matter of sitting down with your stock and seeing what you've got and evaluating the team as it comes.
All right. Two players who have had a big influence over the last few years at the club have been guys like Tim Cornforth and Matt Weaver. As a former member of the Australian Sevens team, tell us a little bit about what Tim brings to the club.
Yeah, Tim's a very experienced player. He's been in the club a few years now. I sort of met Tim a while ago with the Canberra Vikings era, and Timmy was at some other clubs previously before that. Wasn't sort of getting much of an opportunity, and we sort of saw a lot of potential in Tim and getting him across. What he brings to the club is leadership. You see the difference of what he does on the field. He's probably one of the best backs in the competition. Has played at Aussie Sevens level, senior Brumbies level at the runners sort of standard there. So his experience is second to none there, and he just brings that on the field and obviously the training and that professionalism that we're looking for.
He's had a pretty rough trot this year. He's only been back for the last few weeks. Tell us a little bit about what happened to him earlier in the year.
Start of the year off great, was in the Aussie Sevens camp and was really dominating with everything there, and played some Brumby runners games and came on and was playing sensational football. And broke his leg in a runners game. And like you said, he's only been back 2 weeks now, and just starting to sort of get a little bit of technique back and timing wise. And I don't think we've seen the best of Tim yet. I think come sort of hopefully later on the year he'll start hitting his straps and we'll see some good footy from him.
Excellent. On the flip side, Big Matt Weaver has experienced just about everything that Canberra Rugby has to offer after being part of the Brumbies setup for a while, as well as collecting a fourth grade premiership last year.
Yeah.
What's the secret behind the big guy's longevity?
Picking his time in the game, picking his time at training. Matty was very much a social footballer and came to me at the start of the year and said he wanted to sort of play up the grades. Like I said, we lost a lot of players, and Matty and I sat down and asked him about playing some extra footy up in the senior level, and he was more than accommodating. We get what we can out of him, but at the moment he's playing a full 80 minutes. and doing it really well.
He brings plenty of experience as well to the more younger people in the team to settle them down.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We've got a young guy, Melbourne, at hooker there, who's only a Colt. Some second rows and back rows are only Colts level, and his experience and what the level that he's played, you can't duplicate that for a guy that's been around for as long as he has.
Yeah. And finally, knowing that you have your finger in many pies around town, and with coaching, fast becoming a full-time gig, how does Frank Condi go about balancing up his work, his family, and his football commitments each year?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's I find my tail's a good 100 metres in front of me, and I'm chasing it flat out. But it's good fun. It keeps me on my toes. But football's my time, and I enjoy that. So you've got to make your time for yourself with work and family and all that sort of thing. You just got to balance it, and sometimes it's hard. But if you want to, you can sleep when you're dead, I say.
Well, that's fair enough.
So you've got to get as much in as you can.
Yeah, and what about your future coaching aspirations? Do you have aspirations to go on to bigger and better things in the coaching arena?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to coach at a senior level. I think, for me at the moment is getting some business things sorted out in the next 2 years and stepping back from that business and then being able to, whether I travel overseas or look at that opportunity. Opportunities have sort of come up, but, work-wise, I want to get those things. I want to always be able to come back to my businesses and make sure that they're there, and hopefully I'll get a gig somewhere.
Well, excellent. Well, I hope you do too, mate. Well done for the win on the weekend over one of the table toppers at the moment, the Eagles. Good luck next weekend against West, my team, and we'd like to see you out there and having a great time in the finals. Good
Beautiful.
to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ta.